Okay, welcome aboard, guys. Press, release, be attentive. Although today we can handle it. Okay, that looks good. Yes, another day to go down and water the plants. Okay, that's the way it's supposed to work. Why does this house look different? I don't know, it's been there. I don't know. Okay, whatever. No big deal, just ordinary everyday stuff. Wow, there's all these leaves here. Okay. Trash can showed up as shadows. Yeah, maybe I haven't said it. For those of you who haven't heard, they've expanded the Tesla Robotaxi geofence. It now includes the airport, includes Giga, Texas, and it looks like it goes out to the west up to Texas 360. So, haven't checked with my friend, but I have a friend who lives within that boundary. I don't know. They say they're starting to include people who live within the boundaries of the place, of the Robotaxi geofence. I don't know. Sounds exciting. The airport itself is still off limits. I think that's just a question of time before Tesla bends the will of the City of Austin. I mean, City of Austin runs the airport. If you want to pick up or drop off at the airport, you got to live with their rules. Well, I think the airport doesn't like driverless vehicles. And I would tell you that driverless vehicles have been through there, but I'm usually doing a brake on FSD off as we're approaching the terminal. To me, the traffic's just so unpredictable. But there is a TNC approach that you could use. Would it be less convenient for your patrons? Yes. But it's possible. And I think that's all going to change over the next few years. If I heard it right, the airport's going to tear up some of the parking garages, and I don't know. I mean, one of the things that's always bugged me is they have these various things in the terminal that I can't go to because I'm not flying anywhere. Right? Let's say Asleep at the Wheel comes out. I can't go see Asleep at the Wheel unless I buy a ticket to go someplace. So that's kind of a bummer. I guess if you're on standby, you go in there, but I don't know. I don't know all those rules. Usually when I'm going somewhere, I have a ticket in hand. Although I met one of my coworkers there once, and I was surprised to see her there. And she had actually been there the day before, hoping to get a flight on standby. I mean, I guess you save money that way. I don't know. I don't know how it works. I didn't dig into it. 33, come on, 32, 31? Don't make me push the accelerator. Thank you for speeding up ever so slightly. Anyway, whatever, peace and harmony. I think it's just a question of working through the details. If nothing else, it seems like the City of Austin has space to dedicate a lane in the TNC area for Tesla. I'm not sure it works that way, but I'm thinking they possibly could. The other question I might have is, I think they're supposed to charge $3.50 for a TNC vehicle to come in there. So I'm not sure how that would work. Although I heard something about they're working on, if you have to pay a toll, you pay it. The fare, that is. I mean, it seems like it should be easy enough to work all those details. I mean, just because it's a Tesla Robotaxi doesn't mean it's all that much different than any other TNC vehicle. Other than the fact, of course, there's nobody sitting in the seat. And maybe the TNC process doesn't allow for somebody to come in. I don't know. It's just a question of time. Oh, look, there's a golf cart out here. There are multiple golf carts. Progress is being made. Okay, whatever. Well, all that said, today's just a simple little drive down to my friend's house, water the plants, feed the hamster, and come back. Although I'll stop at Walmart because I need some groceries. Onward, upward charge. What? Yeah, how about if we make this left turn up here? Alright, so it's a typical way of forgetting how to make a left turn. Trips. Alright. 27 miles, 41 minutes, 189, 180.0 watt hours per mile. Wow. Since last charge is at 41. Okay, whatever. Peace and harmony. Catch you on the flip side. Oh, FSD wise, no, nothing. Nothing at all. Alright, welcome back, guys. Yeah, that was quick work. Water a few plants, feed the hamster, pick up the mail. Well, I feel like I'm leaving a little bit before the mailman will come again today. Okay. Let's go on to Interstellar. No, I don't know that I'm going to stop there. I mean, I'll stop in the parking lot, but I just want to see how long the line is. And yes, the hamster looked like he was kind of hungry today. Rah, 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 rah. I was closing up the box, and I looked down and I saw him in this bowl. Okay. Is he going to go? Come on, go, go, go. Come on, go, go, go. All right, human driver foot and accelerator. Let's push him through. He just refuses to get comfortable with that gate opening. I mean, he has done it in the past. Okay, so it's not like it's outside of his possible action. I think just somewhere in the latest update, one of the latest updates, it lost its abilities there. Okay, what's Bozo doing here? What do you think? You want to go around him? Yes. Oh, he woke up. Oh, that's right, I'm going to the golf course. Okay. Come on, Mazda. Okay, he's going to go with it. All right, anyway, we're on our way. Oh, I didn't say anything about, I don't know how to capture the information. I mean, I know we added 2 kilowatt hours with yesterday's drive. Oh, okay. That was the blower guy? Oh, did he react to the blower guy and that's why he stopped? I don't know. All right. Are you going to turn here? Whoa! Ah. Okay, that was dumb. Do you think they sold out already? Oh, there's people in line? One taco. All right. Well, what do you say to that one, man? I think FSD had a conflict. Wasn't introduced by radar. Wasn't introduced by LiDAR. It's just software conflict. And the question is, do you turn right at the road, or you keep going where navigation say you're going to turn in at? And when he got pointed right at the post, and he was going back and forth, brake on FSD off, come back out on the street, and the car behind me honked. Well, it was that Saturn. And that sounds fair. I mean, that was stupid. All right. That was stupid. Wait, I didn't even think about that. It wasn't a certain accident because he was going to stop there, I think is what he was going to do. I don't know. That's one of the problems when you introduce FSD, you give FSD the right to do whatever he wants instead of following navigation. Then all of a sudden you have a conflict of who decides what we're doing. Yeah, that's what happened there. But anyway, no, there wasn't no certain accident avoided. I just did a brake on FSD off to get us off the road because he would have sat there for a little bit. Okay, anyway. 8.9 miles, 19 minutes, 227 watt hours per mile. Yeah. So around 40 miles, 8 kilowatt hours. I'll run with a 193.8. Works for me. Okay, anyway, peace and harmony. All right, here we are. It's 1:25, just short of 1:30 in the afternoon on Thursday. I mean, there's a little bit of line there, but you know, if I was more patient, I would wait. It's not terribly long. They're actually kind of moving, but I do have other things I need to go do, so let's get after it. All right. Kind of wonder what he's going to do here. So we're going to go up to Walmart. It doesn't look too bad. Yeah, I know. It's because you're fooling around. And of course, the F-type, you're like, oh yeah, I'll show you. I can heal you. Yeah. I think your car is just as eligible to get in an accident. Fairy freeze, shaved ice. Okay, do we know what we're going to do here? Not completely. Navigation's laid out a line. Based upon FSD's already done today, I think FSD is confused. Why should I follow that line? River of Life Christian Church, okay. Oh. Okay. The Pets, 100% hand car wash. Okay, it looks like we could go. Okay, it's green light. Ow. Yep, he's going to turn here. He's going to go the Doofus way. Well, he has to go slow way down to make this 2 turns here. Then he has to come up to the stop sign, so he has to stop. Whereas even if he came up to that little road there, he wouldn't have had to do all that maneuvering. Wouldn't have gone so slow. Of course, one of the things that's disappointing is he used to park here. He's lost that ability. And this is row 11. Wait, did they do that recently? I don't remember. Okay, well, it looks like he did a Robotaxi stop for us there. So that part looked pretty decent, right? All right, welcome to Walmart. Where are we going? Trips. 7.7 miles, 20 minutes, 218.3 watt hours per mile. Holy cow, how'd we do that? I mean, it says it's 99 degrees up here, so it's hot outside. I always think it was being slightly uphill coming up here. It's pretty obvious that there's some elevation gain. Although we're coming from 620, right? Maybe it's not as much as from 24 hour. Okay, whatever, peace and harmony. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Where are we going? Grade-wise, all right, so coming along on 183, our research, and we're about to turn on Avery Ranch. There's a spot where the right partial lane is painted off. You're not supposed to go in there. FSD again. And yeah, he's been doing this. He wants to go into that painted off area, even though we're in the right turn lane. I don't know. You know, to FSD's credit, because I'm going like, what? I wouldn't do it this way. I would no. What are you doing? So we're trailing behind a car, sort of, that's in the inside lane. We kind of need to go behind the car there in the inside lane, but FSD speeds up. I mean, we're at 0.8 miles away from turning. He speeds up, and then it's like the middle car in the line of 3 is a Model X. The Model X is turning left. He didn't have a turn signal on. I don't know how FSD would have known it was turning, but it appears like that's what he planned. And it worked. Okay? So you can't, like, it worked. So, FSD gets lucky sometimes. Okay, whatever. Peace and harmony. Okay, home again, jiggity jog. Press and hold. Let's see if navigation has anything to say about it, and I guess navigation does. So I purposely parked on this lane as close as I could to this side to try to convince FSD and navigation that I really want to go down the little driveway here to the right. Because if I park just like 8 spaces down from the beginning, he'll want to go around the long way. I don't know why. This seems more straightforward. Whatever. Faked him out. Let's see, so yeah, it looks like there's a bunch of Teslas over there. What does it say? 6 are open. 6 open mean 5 are in use. Okay, interesting. But there we go. Welcome back. And welcome to American. Yeehaw. Oh yeah, I mean, some places FSD's is stripping along. Okay, relatively speaking, for me, and when you're doing 52 in a 45 construction zone, yeah. But then he gets over here, he says the speed limit's 30. I think it depends on which way you're going, but obviously because it's 25 going the other way. But we're doing 23, 22 in a 30 zone. I guess if he declared 25, it'd be more correct. Oh, look at these poor little deers in the middle of the road. What are we doing here? And FSD's trying to go to the left to go around them. Right? FSD's kind of fading to the left, and all of a sudden those deer woke up and they trotted off to the left side of the road. Yeah. Guess I need to get rid of that too, huh? Okay, speed, just go a little bit up. There we go. You're gonna park. Boom, 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 boom. And for some reason they're listening in. Trips. 20.5 miles, 35 minutes, 229.9 watt hours per mile. So that high boost at the beginning held us back ever so slightly. All right, so roughly we had 12 miles, so 68-mile round trip. That sounds sort of close. We already had 2 kilowatt hours used, so 16 kilowatt hours used. And it averaged out to be 207.2 watt hours per mile. And note that the reason why it came up way above where it was is because of this last section. But there it is. All right, so, FSD loves doing this. Okay. Sorry, yes, I made a mistake as a human driver. FSD wanted to go into the one lane. I'm like, okay, if you're going here, that means that it goes through. Well, as it turns out, no, the lane we're in is a right turn only lane. I just wasn't paying attention. So the proper traffic thing to do would be to go to the right when you came out. Like, oh, it's a right turn only. Not that that's what we did. No. FSD turned on his turn signal. He's going to go left. Yes. There was a car back behind us, sort of, in the next lane over that we're going to go into. Fortunately, that car said, "You're dangerous." And if he knew it was FSD, he'd be probably even more like, "Oh, no way, I don't want that." Okay? And that'd be fair. So that's bad. That alone, I think, is worth a D. Okay? I'm not sure who's at fault, whether it's FSD or navigation. I wasn't paying particularly that close attention. Like I said, I just thought, okay, if you're here, maybe it's because this one goes straight. Although, in the back of my mind, I'm remembering there was a lane that somewhere in this general area that becomes a right turn only lane. Well, it turns out that's the lane we're in. Yeah. Just great. Okay. So, what? That's not enough for you? Coming up, we're running down Research, coming up to AV Ranch Boulevard. We're going to turn right. We're in the right turn lane. There's a spot that opens up a little bit asphalt-wise, but they have painted dashes on it indicating, or they have a solid line with some dash marks indicating you're not supposed to go in there. FSD loves going in there. I don't know why. It's too stupid to figure out what that means. He knows what it means over there in Walton Way. It means you're not supposed to go in there. But for some reason out here in Research, he doesn't know the difference. Okay, so that's not the two significant blunders, is it? There's another one. All right, so on the way to Interstellar's in a shopping plaza, and there's a road that cuts to the right. Navigation has us going into the parking lot just past that road. FSD thought he'd be cool and override. But then it turned into an argument. Wait, you're not supposed to go that way, but I want to. And so the steering wheel is going left, right. Finally, brake on FSD out by a human driver. We're going to stay left. Right? That was bad. And the car behind me was honking because like, what are you doing? Well, actually, I think he honked at me because he assumed I was going to turn right. Although I could have had a right turn signal indicate I was turning into the parking lot. Either one of those situations would have been valid turn signal use. Okay, whatever. So, did we have an accident? No. Did we almost have an accident? Probably not. Although if I hadn't taken over at Interstellar, we might have run straight into a pole, a guardrail pole. I don't think FSD would have run straight into it, but he might have done the Waymo thing. Wait, I'm confused. I don't know what to do. I think I'll just stop. Now, I've had FSD do that in the past. Oh, it's been a long time since we had that. Okay, anyway, there you go. It's just not good. It's better than an F, but it's still a D. You have to get it together here. Whatever. So, yes, the grade's a D.